Guys, welcome back to the fourth game. We have Vipers versus Flywild. Pool B match. Flywild having their second match. Uh, we'll just get an update from the volunteer who has won the toss. Both teams have circled up. The game's on time, starting at 12:15. We have still 4 minutes to the game. Vipers are in black. They are in black and they have cool neon numbers behind them. And in white we have Flywild coming from Chennai. I think both are opposite teams. One team is from Delhi and a couple of mixed players, that too from other states. And Flywild is a club coming from Chennai. And there is Vipers circling up. Those cool neon numbers. Uh, we have Ansh who used to play from Ambush is now playing from Vipers. There's Kenny and Atul also from Ahmedabad who's playing for Vipers. There's Dubai. Someone's wearing Aman jersey. I think that's Atul. It's an important game for Vipers because they have to win at least one match in their pool, and they'll be facing the Garam Godzillas also.
Tai, don't worry. Today you don't have Rishabh, so you guys are gonna win the game. Back is back from the hotel.
Last 1 minute to go. Good cheer done by Vipers. Uh, Flywild's already on the line. Last 5 seconds. Five, four, three, two, one. And the game's live, guys. Game's live. Vipers still in the center. I don't know why. Flywild has lined up.
भैयू भाई यहाँ के ये पर्दा है क्या पूछ तो पर्दा पर्दा पूछो बोल रहे थे वो है कपड़ा टाइप में कुछ है उनके पास
on. All right, the game's underway here. We had a quick point happen real quick for Flywild. An errant huck that got eaten by the D. Now Vipers picking up on the cone. Seems like Flywild sent with a flick force. 11 swings it over to 19. Centering the disc. Okay. Yeah. Can I get a closer seat? Yeah. Another turnover by the Vipers. Flywild moving the disc up pretty quickly on the fore side. Marching across, we have a streaking 99. All good with the disc. Puts it back to the middle of the field. 99. Flick huck to the open side, around the edge. That's a goal for number 18.
Perfect. Yeah, you can see just a nice, easy flick to the open side, and doesn't really get much easier than that.
All right, that's a hold for Flywild. The score is 1-0. In the booth for this game, you have Sean Mott.
Hello, all.
Sean Mott is a player and captain of the Philadelphia Phoenix. He played with New York Pony this past season. He's won 2 national championships with Philadelphia Amp. And he's here today providing some color commentary.
Hopefully I don't mess it up for all of you.
And my name is Mike Campanella. I've also been teammates with Sean Mott on the Philadelphia Phoenix. Also teammates on Philadelphia Amp, where we won a national championship together. We're here representing the Pay It Forward team from the United States of America. Here in beautiful, sunny Ahmedabad. Disc goes up from Flywild. Vipers centering and moving it across the field quickly.
Looks pretty junky from Flywild.
Yeah, Flywild sitting in some lanes, gumming it up for the Vipers here. Vipers found the second layer, trying to activate more cutters. Great reset defense by Flywild here. This has been recentered. Vipers chiseling away here. Getting back to the fore sideline. Great coverage by number 18 of Flywild. Yeah, Flywild moving the disc, fast breaking. Huck goes up, looks like it has legs. Number 10. Wrangles it in, that's in. That's a goal. That's a break for Flywild.
Yeah, so what we saw there was basically just like foreside junk from Flywild, looking to stop the Vipers' movement on the open side. It worked pretty effectively, and it seemed like Vipers were a little resistant to switch the field, which played great into the defense. And then as soon as the turn happened, they looked for the fast break, and Vipers weren't really aware of it.
I also thought Flywild did a good job of containing the fore side a little bit there. While they were ceding some yards, it was minimal, 2 to 3 to 4 yards. It was playing to the script of Flywild's defense, it appears. And Vipers had a tough time getting serious gainers while the Flywild defense, was doing an excellent job of containing.
Yeah, so we'll strong start from them. We'll see if Vipers can pick up on this one. See Kenny out there barking some orders around. I think he'll look to get involved this point.
Yeah, the Vipers are going to definitely need to get their flow situated and then lean on their stars a little bit here. Pull goes up from Vipers. Great distance and excellent float. Vipers covering the pull nicely here. Vipers get center field again. They find someone with space. Flywild collapses on the disc. That's another turn for the Vipers. Flywild making it move very quickly, putting Vipers on their back foot. Flywild hitting the people when they're open, taking what's given. Strong four-side movement right here from Flywild. And it doesn't get easier than that.
Yeah, I mean, that's perfect reset, right? We're going from the break side to the open side and just running up lines all the way across, then hitting a nice, easy end zone shot to the open side.
Sean, how can we contain that on a fast break when the team just flows through the open side with one cut after another in these short spaces?
Yeah, I mean, it has to be a combination of the double defense and the guard working together. It seems right now Vipers are getting a little bit down on themselves after the turnovers. Especially in Ultimate, you need to have a short memory. Turnovers and mistakes are going to happen, but as long as you keep your head in the game, you'll be able to get better.
Definitely. Keep a goldfish brain is what we say back home. Forget the last point, move on to the next one. Always forward. We have a score of 3-0 for Flywild. Vipers receiving once again, hoping to get their first hold of the game.
I think a big thing right now for Vipers is they seem a little hesitant to get their offense started quickly. Patience doesn't necessarily mean playing passive, so they should look to hit their open guys and ladies when they're open, just like this.
Great flow. The throw is a little short. Strong cutting though, good decision making. Flywild once again moving it very quickly. Vipers have no chance to recover. And that's a fast break goal for Flywild. Scores 4-0. That looks like to be a break throw. Sometime here in the middle of the field in the end zone. Vipers can put on some defense here. A floating throw goes up. And Flywild is still not in. Tight inside, women matching players, running this end zone. That's an efficient score there by Flywild.
Yeah,
The score is now 6-0.
it's
Flywild.
honestly the fast break offense, we can't talk about it enough. It looks phenomenal right now. They're switching both sides of the field, making it very hard for the defense to play stout defense when you're switching sides of the field like that.
All right, looks like a timeout was called here, I assume by the Vipers. We have a hot day of 87 degrees Fahrenheit and 25 degrees Celsius. Humidity of 50%, so this timeout's a chance for both teams to collect themselves. And we're dealing with a 10 kilometers per hour wind out here. Roughly equates to 20 plus miles per hour back home. It's not an easy game to play through given the conditions. Hopefully these teams can get recalibrated. We've seen some good movement out of Flywild. Hopefully we'll see some from the Vipers in this second quarter here. We're quickly approaching half though, as the score is 6-0. One more break by Flywild, they can take half and really start to run away with this game.
Yeah, Vipers has to get something going right now. If they just for a ride standpoint, if they get one before half, they'll at least have some momentum coming out in the second half, and I think that'll be huge for their confidence.
teams are refueling here, getting ready for the next point. We see this Flywild D-line who has been very good with pressure and moving it quickly up the turn. Here the Vipers getting ready to set up on offense. Seen some errant throws from them, however, have seen some very good cuts and decisions being made. If they can clean up on the execution, they will be back in this game.
And just so everybody knows, the wind 10 kilometers going away from us. So it'll be from the right side of the field. The close right now, if the camera's showing the close side of the field to the far side of the field.
Yeah, Sean, do you see either team setting up a force in a way that could play into the wind?
Yeah, I mean, we did it a little bit. So in our game previously, right before this, we focused on the wind a little bit with our forces. I don't think it's a terrible strategy, and I would like to see one of these teams try it. Playing on the low side, especially when there's a little bit of wind, can really force some throws to pop up into the wind and give your defense a chance.
It's an excellent point, Sean. We see the Vipers stringing together some passes now. It must be recalibrated at this timeout. Great seal right there by 77 in the dump space. Looks like we have a stall out. A costly stall out here for the Vipers just as they were getting some flow. Patient looks by Flywild. They let a deep huck rip. Is it in? It is. Excellent grab by Flywild. They take half 7-0. We'll pull this up for you again. It was a very high arcing throw.
Possibly not the best decision, but sometimes you gotta trust your athletes.
Fade.
It looks like we saw that throw go up from the opposite sideline,
Fade.
tailing in to the back end zone. Difficult throw to make, difficult throw to catch. Maybe not the best decision, but Flywild wrangles it in and keeps their momentum rolling.
I'll also give them the benefit of the doubt right now. Right now they're connecting on almost all their away shots, so I think maybe 1 or 2 errant ones isn't the worst thing for them.
That's right. If it works, right? So far the game is moving at a very quick pace. We see both teams meeting and having dialogue. The talks in these huddles are probably quite different. There's a stark contrast between the performance on the field and the dialogue that's happening between these teams. Sean, can you take me through what possibly the Vipers are discussing right now? Or what they should be discussing?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm the Vipers right now, I'm honestly talking about right now, I don't think a lot of their mistakes are honestly that bad. There are a lot of execution errors, which obviously you don't want, but can happen, especially when there's a little more wind. But I think for the most part, their decision making has been pretty solid, which they can talk about in that huddle. I think they can maybe work to use both sides of the field a little more. They're kind of playing in the Flywild's defense by playing on one side of the field. But we'll see if they talk about that in huddle coming out in this second half. On the opposite side, what do you think they're talking about in the Flywild huddle?
I think they're discussing the success of their fast break strategy, perhaps. It looks like they really have a strong preference to move the disc quickly. They're probably discussing, or at least I would, how to tighten it up even further. Just because they're up 7-0 doesn't mean they can just coast on this. They need to stay focused and dialed in. And if they don't, they could see Vipers crawl back into this game. It's a very positive discussion, no doubt, being up, but they can't be complacent.
Here we go. We see Vipers working it up quickly. Love that. Good patience here.
We're going to see a play made. Great grab by the Vipers, number 17. Elevates for the sky, throws it to one matching player, number 14 in the end zone, and the Vipers record their first goal of the game.
Hey, that's exactly what they need. Yeah, we'll see it here. A little bit of an underthrown hug, but great adjustment by the receiver.
Excellent adjustment. Sometimes you just have to let your players go up and get the disc. If they want it, they will get it.
And then a really good job of seeing the other side of the field for the open score. Sometimes after a big play, you can have your brain work a little too fast and end up turning it over. But really good job staying patient and looking at all his options.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be you who scores. However, if you find that option, you can throw it. But that patience there is extremely impressive by Vipers, especially since the pressure's on. You're in front of the end zone. You have to score at this point in the game. They didn't let that get to them. They played their own game and found the open woman matching player. Now they're on the board.
Especially after not getting that close in the first half. You really want to make sure you punch that away. So great job by them there. Now we'll get to see the Flywild offense for the first time in a long time.
That's right. It's good to see the Vipers bite back. However, we need to see them get breaks at this point. Seen very little of the Flywild offense since the beginning of the game. Let's see if they can chain something together and see if the Vipers can junk it up a bit. Flywild moves it up very quickly. Attacking the break side. No follow-up. Back to the force. They're moving the disc. Seems like 99 is a primary ball handler. Finds another 99, I believe. And it's eaten up.
Great help defense there.
Excellent peel off by the Vipers. Now they're moving. They are the ones attacking. Pushing the pace of play, similar to Flywild strategy.
Jammed up here.
Very tight throw. Vipers wrangle it in still.
Inside hit.
They were attacking that break space well. Now they switch the field. 11 with the disc.
Been waiting for this all game from Vipers. And here's the switch of the field. It's absolutely perfect. They were getting a little jammed up on the open side. And they really needed that swing. Looks like Vipers is setting up in a vertical stack right now.
Is it just me, or did the Flywild team switch their force?
Looks like there might be a little bit of a forced middle here.
Let's see how this goes once it switches the field. Great reset coverage, but still gets off. Excellent flow to the other side of the field. It looks like it is some of a forced middle. A deep hook goes up. An absolute moon ball. 19 zoning in.
Great defense.
Flywild comes in and scoops it up for themselves.
I think a little bit of an ambitious shot, but I don't hate it. Trying to go for that first break.
Flywild moving, but not at quite the pace the D-line was after the turn. Seems his offensive line could be a little more calculating and choosing of what shots they're going to take.
Personally, I like my offenses to be a little more patient than the D-lines. It seems like they're going for the same approach. Ooh, a little bit of an overthrow
We're
there.
seeing a little bit of rust out of this Flywild O-line, maybe sitting for 6 straight points has added up, and now the Vipers once again attacking closer to the end zone.
Yeah, I definitely say when my defenses go on a bit of a run, I can get a little cold too.
That's why we do our best to keep you off the field, Sean. Us D-line players will do that work for you.
I love the patience right now from the Vipers. They're really swinging the field. Something not seen from them in the first half.
Vipers playing a completely different game here. Very patient, very calm, finding the people in spaces that they have.
And it looks like we might have a pick called downfield, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like someone got a little jumbled up in the stack. happens if the stack does not clear and move the space quick enough. If you're not pushing upfield, you're going to have people all on top of each other, especially if you cut from the middle. Vipers, another ambitious shot. This one looks way more open this time. Male matching player takes down the trailing disc. It seems like the woman matching player was also open. However, you need to attack and bring in the disc when you can.
Somebody who we've been hanging around with at the clinics this week, that is Kenny. He is a very good player, but might have to talk to him about stealing a disc from his teammates tomorrow.
Vipers with 2 points on the board. We're seeing, once again, an entirely different approach to this game from them. Whatever they spoke about at halftime has recalibrated their focus and their offense.
Yeah, I really like the fight we're seeing out of Vipers right now. It's very easy to just roll over after that first half catastrophe, but they're getting themselves up. They're earning their blocks, which is important, and then they're being patient and working it on defense. The shots into the end zone right now are a bit ambitious, but for the most part, they're being patient and using both sides of the field.
Sean, do you also see a little bit more confidence out of this team?
Definitely. I think they're communicating, which is something I didn't see a lot in the first half, and that's the first sign of confidence, right? When people start to lose their confidence, they put their heads down, they don't really communicate as much. But if you keep that communication and you talk to each other, you work things out, that'll erase a lot of problems.
Seeing a confident, sturdy group of Vipers out here. A pull that goes out of bounds, short of the field. They have time to set their defense, though, as well as Flywild has time to set up their offense. They opt to pick it up on the sideline, attacking that line. You see a tight throw, another turn by the Flywild offense.
See what we see out of the Vipers here.
This would be an incredible answer if the Vipers can string together another couple throws and get in the end zone. Great break side motion.
Great reset. They're really working both sides of the field. I know I sound like a broken record, but after that first half, this is like godsend right now.
Excellent flow. They're hitting the windows they need to. Attacking that break space. Oh, luckily they wrangled that in. A low throw, maybe not to 99. He found himself with it nonetheless. Now, directing the field, pointing at openings. You see Vipers attacking this upline space very aggressively, very confidently, showing no fear here against the Flywild O-line.
You see a swing here off the open side.
Excellent. From your mouth to God's ears, Sean.
Great shot.
And we have another break by the Vipers. This is an exemplary display of patience and willpower. They did not give up this game. They are right here to fight and right here to play. Flywild now needs to be able to address the mistakes that they've created in the second half and hopefully iron out their O-line inefficiencies.
I think everybody's going to look at that hammer, and rightfully so. It was a great shot, but I think even better play by 99 was when he picked up that errant throw. He had a chance to be a bit ambitious and shoot another one into the end zone that might have been another contested throw. Decided to be patient, and they worked it in for a nice and easy one.
It's the beauty of patience and composure, Sean. Goes a long way in this game.
Yeah, and now we'll get to see Flywild with their backs against the wall, right? They didn't really get pressured much in the first half. Smooth sailing. Now Vipers is kind of taking it to them a little bit. What do you think they're going to do, Camp?
I would like to see the Flywild team just continue to attack the open spaces that they have. It just seems like they're getting there. However, the throws are not now. I'm not sure if this is a result of rust or now if their confidence is a little shooken that they've been broken twice in a row.
Yeah, that's a great point. We'll see right here in a few seconds.
Kenny winds up for the pull.
Great pull.
Excellent space there. puts Flywild in a tough spot as long as the Vipers can cover it.
A
Looks like
little
a
loose and junky to start here from Vipers.
forehand force. Kenny taking the under, taking the deep, shifting around. You know that huck's going up. Kenny looking to make up ground. 11, sealing it well. Oh, we see a really good play there by both players. Kenny forcing 11 to go up early. 11 looking to meet it high. However, it just tails out of his reach.
Yeah, I love that inside positioning by Kenny there. I think it's a little bit underrated, but just him putting the pressure on and making him go up early made him misread it. I think offensively, you'd like to see a little bit of a seal out and then a run onto it afterwards.
Vipers now looking to punch back, keep their break train rolling. Horvey gets it on the open side, surveys the field. Seems a lot of people are in the space. She finds the upline. Amazing layout grab on the sideline, keeps it in. Very composed, taking the open throws. Vipers marching downfield. Flywild's defense nowhere to be found at this moment.
Love the swing off the open side.
All the way they go, switching the field entirely. Impressive flow, impressive confidence. Horvey wrangles it in with a one-handed grab on the sideline. Hits it to the middle. Kenny with the disc.
I'd like to see some patience here. Great.
Kenny throws it up, and that's a goal for the Vipers. This is the third break in a row. The game is getting hot. The game is getting spicy. We're seeing some fight here from the Vipers, and Flywild hanging their heads somewhat now.
Yeah, I mean, so we've seen it in the first couple breaks from Vipers. They were a little bit more ambitious. Now Vipers is just earning it. They're being patient. They're taking their chances quickly, but they're also, throwing to open players. They're not rushing it and trying to force it to people.
Yeah, the Vipers are playing a very simple game at this point. They are looking for the opportunities downfield. If it's not there, they find someone else. There are open people all over this field, and the Vipers are capitalizing on that.
And it looks like we might have a timeout from Flywild here. I think they're sensing the pressure from Vipers. What do you think's going on in Flywild huddle right now, Campy?
2 points to address for Flywild. It seems the decision-making has been a little not where it wants to be for Flywild. They are taking looks that honestly are contested. The defenders in that space, the throws that are going up from an execution standpoint are not in advantageous spots for the offense to attack. And quite frankly, the Flywild offense has not been setting up well in the D. After the turn, it seems the Vipers are getting almost everything they want. And Flywild here hanging their heads a couple times after the points. We've seen a very confident, strong team out here, but we're seeing them get tested now and seeing how they react to that pressure. That could be a point of discussion here, how they're going to bounce back, not ceding this game.
Yeah, I think that's great points, Campy. I think something I'd like to see out of Flywild offense is more swinging and using both sides of the field. When their defense was fast breaking, it looked phenomenal. But when their fast breaks got stopped, they were very patient and used both sides of the field. So I'd like to see that a little bit more out of them.
It seems as if the Vipers can slow down the fast break. Flywild has a little more pressure on their backs. They like to throw it. They like to rip it. However, the throws are not where they need to be. And it seems with time with the disc is a little more difficult for Flywild at this moment as they want to keep the pace going. As long as the Vipers control that pace, this will be an even game.
I think this is the big one right here. If Vipers gets this break too, I think we might be seeing a major momentum shift.
Another strong pull goes up by the Vipers. We've seen 99 catching and centering up this entire game, also making the deepest throws. We see an errant throw again. Flywild tries to attack the other sideline. Vipers right there to eat it up. Vipers now looking to be cool, calm, and composed as they counterattack once more on defense.
Huge chance for Vipers right here.
Excellent upline attack by the Vipers. looking for the open side. It's a little congested at this moment. Switching the field. Oh, excellent
Great D.
defense by number 18 of Flywild. Now the fast break offense is here. They take the easy look. They're still having Vipers on their back foot. No mark.
Great
Communication by the Vipers calling out for the mark. Need help, help. Flywild back to marching it up. They love to move it fast. They don't like to stand still with the disc. 99, primary handler here, seems to wrangle it in. Set it to the force side. Great shading there by 14 on the Vipers. Still working with flick force here. Great inside throw. Vipers marching, knocking on the door. Somebody's home. It is Flywild with the goal.
That's it can't be understated. 99 drove after the D right there, but I believe it was 18, 17. I'm sorry, I forget the number, but that D cannot be understated.
Yeah, that was number 18 with the D. That is a difficult D to make in that reset space. The throw perhaps could have been a little more outside. Seemed to be a height difference there. Throw to a person who's longer, find the space. That did not stop number 18 though from setting their positioning and gobbling that up once it came their way. So I think I'm impressed with the change of their fast break offense. They sent someone immediately, but didn't dish it to them. They did see the under person instead. But while that person streaks deep, they have so many Vipers following them, creating an entirely open field of Flywild players to carve it up as they see fit.
Yeah, I think you see this a lot more in the American game. People like to send their aggressive deep cutters early and often because it often attracts extra defenders, and then you can have a nice, easy underneath following that. I think it's a very good strategy. We'll see if Vipers can adjust to it.
Now the tables have turned. We're having the Vipers O-line come out for the first time in a long time. Hopefully they don't suffer the same plague that the Flywild players did, but the rust that they clearly were dealing with. Some quick movement here. Porvy surveying the field, working with Kenny in the back. Finds number 29.
Love the patience there.
Kenny finds himself with the pop. Goes up early. Turnover for the Vipers offense. We see Flywild D, who loves to move and march at the tune of their own drum.
You love to see the fast break offense. Flywild is back to their bread and butter right now.
Flywild, as they are back to their bread and butter, it seems they spilled it. Low throw. Great idea, but the execution wasn't quite there.
Yeah, I think they were working up great, and that's exactly the pace that they wanted to play at, but just a tad rushed going into the end zone.
A little too much ghee in that throw there. Came out with their hands not how they wanted it.
Let's see what Vipers can do on the trap side. I'd love to see if they can get it off immediately. Really gotten themselves into trouble when they've hung out on the trap side too far.
Porvy looking to center it. That looks like the predominant option for them. Throws it right into the Flywild hands. They're marching. They're chiseling. They're knocking on the door. They punch it in. Flywild gets their break. Vipers now back on offense.
What we're seeing right now is just a defensive dominated game. It seems both teams are way more comfortable on the defensive side of the disc, and both teams are loving their D-line O once they get those turns. We'll have to see some of these teams' O-lines go to work, though, especially the Vipers, if they want to get back into this.
Yeah, we see a difference in the mantras held by each line. The Flywild O-line likes to survey the field, get a couple cuts, hit the deep one maybe. If it's not there, they're going to work it. Their D-line, on the other hand, takes one peek. They don't like what they see. They move it quickly. That offense is very hard to keep up with, but at the same time, it can get a little congested. We saw some errant decisions and throws there. It's not flawless, but it's been working so far.
I'd love to see if we, out of this Vipers offense, if we could get a little more of a patient point, hitting both sides of the field. they really looked comfortable when they were doing that to start the second half.
Vipers signal readiness for the pull. The pull goes up. Very good shape. Vipers getting it immediately. Not saying it was stacked. Looking to move the disc quickly. Trying to be aggressive. Oh, a great run through D by number 18 on Flywild. They're looking to shoot. Kenny stops the throw from going up. Horvey recovers, sitting in the space. Flywild grinding up the foreside once again. Throwing it tight inside, centering the disc. More area to attack for Flywild now. Full switch of the field to the break side. Looking to bring it back, keeping Vipers shifting back and forth, back and forth.
I'd love to see their end zone set go a little more towards the back, but they jam it in there.
Yeah, Sean, while Flywild did get that break, it didn't look like it was easy.
Yeah, their end zone set seems a little congested right now. They're not pushing their stack all the way to the back of the end zone and giving their primary cutter a lot of space. Fortunately, they were able to get it through 2 defenders right there, but I don't think that's going to work this whole game.
Or this whole tournament as teams are watching. Many fans in the stands getting a read on what's happening here from both sides. If they see that chaos, that congestion, they can throw people in those lanes to make it even more difficult.
Yeah, and it seems like right now at least, they really like to hit their first options, especially on that D-line counterattack. I think teams are going to catch on to that. They like to go through that first option, and if not, they look immediately to their dumps. So if a team starts to pick up on that, they might get in a little bit of trouble.
Sean, do you think that's unique to certain players or certain lines where they're taking the look downfield and going to immediately reset? However, certain players can go through more progressions. Do you think Vipers have that ability to progress and make those decisions?
I believe so. Personally, the teams I've been on have line-wide strategies or team-wide strategies. But as everybody knows, there are often rule breakers to those strategies.
A deep cut. Brings 2 defenders. I see a wide open player.
Can't find them.
Can't find them though. A high throw. Great second chance effort there by the Vipers, number 50. Pulls it in. See a pick in the middle of the field. 8 was quite open. I wonder if that is a result of the pick or if someone else was involved and they just stopped.
I think this one's going to be going back. We'll see how far back we're going, though.
This makes sense to me, Sean. It seems like 50's getting the disc. The pick happened in the middle of the stack. Player caught up to number 8. Doesn't stop the Vipers from switching the field. High throw. Ooh, just out of reach for the Vipers. A different type of fast break from Flywild. Throwing up to Rags. Gets D deep. We saw a little bit of rushing there from Flywild. Excuse me, from Flywild. A little bit of tongue twister there. What can we expect from the counterattack here?
Yeah, I mean, what we saw out of Vipers right there was pretty good offense. They looked to use both sides of the field, just a little errant on that swing.
Vipers once again on the open side.
Great poach defense.
Excellent poach by number 99 on the women matching side. Looks like they're forcing trap side, which means they're going backhand. The up line gets off. Still trapping. A throw goes high. We see it tailing right out of bounds. This means the Vipers will pull this up on the line.
This is the fast break defense we were talking about. Maybe getting a bit into trouble when teams gunk up that open side. Looks like Vipers is adjusting their defense a little bit and making it a little bit harder for them to go fast breaking on the open side.
Yeah, Flywild all gas, no brakes on the turn. But Vipers have another plan, putting speed blocks, roadblocks in the way, making them go at the pace that the Vipers want to see. block position here on the line for Vipers. We've seen them have some difficulty getting off the line. Excellent catch.
Great toes.
We've seen another great reset. One matching players moving this ball in a very strong, efficient way.
Great inside shot.
Oh, a second chance effort by the Vipers. They get it in. They switch the field once more. Another chance to switch the field. Lateral movement, not looking great here for Flywild. They cannot adjust the side-to-side motion. While the Vipers carve up, rather slither up the field. A Huck goes up, somewhat visionary.
Great shot.
Finds it in the back corner. All the way streaking from the brace side. That is excellent flow and excellent timing by the Vipers. They are here to play, they said. They are not rolling over.
Yeah, they went back to the offense that was, giving them the most success. They used both sides of the field. That's what I wanted to see personally, and it worked out for them.
Yeah, those deep shots can only be afforded by the continuous threat of swinging. The defense cannot get set. They cannot be positioned. You can't guard everything all at once.
Yeah, and it looks like Flywild's defense is at their best when they can get into their defensive sets, kind of gunk up that open side, and we saw from 99 with the great poach block. When they are hunting on the open side, they look very effective. But once you swing and make them match up person to person, it looks like Vipers is getting the better of them in the second half.
Yeah, we're seeing an elevated level of trust, wouldn't you say, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, especially on that visionary throw there. That takes a lot of trust to put that one out there and let him run onto it.
I'll look to leave throws like that to you, Sean. I'll take the undercut or the swing 9 out of 10 times over that.
We'll have to see about that one. I don't know after I saw that deep one to Jackie. Yeah, but I really like what the Vipers have been doing in the second half with swinging the disc. Hopefully their defense can get back to the momentum they showed to start this second half.
Vipers are outscoring Flywild 5-3 in this half. Makes you think if the first half went a little more their way, we'd see a slightly tighter margin there. Flywild moving up though, unmarked. Vipers get set in their D. A low throw.
Nice grab.
Excellent catch. Once again, pushing into the break side. A lot of tight throws here by Flywild. Now they look to switch. Now they look to jam.
I'd really like to see them get it off perfect.
That's the switch of the field they're looking for. Good seal by number 7 there, though. Not allowing the break side to continue getting work there. Forcing it back to where they want. A deep throw goes up. We see 99, who's been a focal point of this offense. He brings it down. Scores now 11-5 by Flywild. Excellent coverage, but even better catch by number 99.
Yeah, it looks like he's been crucial for their offense so far. Typically, we've seen him in the backfield, kind of dictating the pace of play, but he shows he's a versatile player there, going downfield and getting up for that one.
Yeah, we see Flywild running a lot of similar people in the backfield. However, they're not afraid to cycle in and out and put others in those positions. And when they do, they create opportunity downfield for one another. 99 hanging around the disc for maybe 85% of that point. Once they cycled out, allowed the swings to go between other players, they found a window that they can attack, and therefore they got the goal.
Yeah, I'd really like to see if Vipers can come out and have a clean hold here. I'd like to see them put the pressure back on Flywild. Flywild's kind of been faltering a little bit in the second half, and if Vipers can keep the pressure up, this might end up being a pretty close game at the end.
Yeah, nothing looks quite as easy as it did in the first half, right, Sean?
You can say that again.
Flywild pulls it. Is it going to be inbounds? It does. It stays. Vipers not scared to move it up quickly, though. Defense is settling in. Offense trying to find positioning. Seems they're bottled up. They get it back, losing some yards. Kenny attacks the disc also. Primary handler here for this team. Also a primary cutter at times. Excellent lefty. Switching the field. Being calm. Taking the little things.
Loving the offense from the Vipers right now. Using both sides of the field effectively.
Kenny sets up a nice cut. He throws it up. It might
Little
have caught the wind
floaty.
just a little bit. A tall player coming in for it. And the second chance doesn't work for them.
Almost a great second effort grab, but just off his fingertips.
Kenny got in a power position just fine, but it seems that throw caught a little bit too much of the wind. Had the edge up, it swept up immediately. Therefore, we had 3-4 players all vying for it in the end zone.
Here comes this fast break offense that they love to do.
They throw a deep puck. It works. 44 had a good position, but it seems like number 4 just pulled away in time to get the grab. Flywild, though, not fast. Ooh. Quick moving there, I guess. I should have paused before I spoke. Flywild does punch it in for another break. It seems like their D-line O has found the juju that made it work in the first half.
I think I saw what you saw, though. I got a little bit scared by the two people going to that front cone, but fortunately they made it work.
Flywild now just looking to break to win the game. However, the Vipers, as they've shown fight, as they've bit back, are not ready to just roll over yet. We'll love to see a hold here from the Vipers. Just so more of this game could go on, Sean. I'm pretty entertained.
Yeah, I mean, the Vipers have looked pretty good. They've been swinging it very well in the second half. Unfortunately, a little bit of an errant huck from Kenny there, but I did not dislike the decision. I thought his receiver was open. If he put it on a line into his chest, I think it would have been a very easy completion.
Seems like the Flywild players are waving goodbye to their O-line, saying, we'll take care of it now. Let us finish this game.
Yeah. Once the offense messes up one too many times, the defense likes to tell the offense to get the popcorn out.
Vipers signal readiness. Pull. Get him ready to go. Steps up. Good pull. Little low. Vipers can really move this if they get up quickly. Why not? 3 yards. They move it to 14. Vipers communicating with their pumps, saying, not sure about that, finding a different option. The huck goes up.
Big aggressive
14 cutting from shallow space. He finds it. Oh! Can't quite bring it in. Number 4 on the second effort. Also laying out for the disc.
We had two different Vipers going for it there. Both had a pretty good shot at it. Unfortunate that they didn't get that one.
Sean, do you think it's a little more difficult for the woman matching player to make that catch with the male matching going up early?
Definitely. I think she sees him going, and she thinks he has the first bite at the cherry, so she's going to let him go for it. And not knowing if he's going to get it or not messes with her bid there a little bit, I think.
A good shoulder check would have helped from that male matching player, ensure the woman has the space that she can make the catch. Now, Flywild punching back with this D-line O, which has been quite impressive so far. It seems they have less turnovers in the O-line, but did I speak too soon? Once again, the commentator's curse comes to fruition.
Yeah, that's the fast break offense that they've been running, though. They saw 99 with a couple of steps, and they've been letting it rip all game. I mean, 13-5, I don't know if I'd change it either.
If you're Flywild after that turn, you're just shaking it off and getting right back out there. Can't be upset with it. Can't be too happy with it either, though, but you have to move forward nonetheless. Flywild setting up. A tough catch made on the sideline. Very contested, but Vipers managed to keep it in their hands. Looking to swing. I see it continue. They're engaging all sides of the field once more. Maybe a call here. Could be a travel on the throw.
I think possibly a travel on the sideline. And then a turnover right out of the stoppage.
Flywild doing their thing. Not spending more than 3-4 seconds with the disc. They find the open look. They're on the doorstep once more. Good coverage there by Vipers. Not letting the easy thing happen. However, Flywild attacks up line. They get it in. That is the game. That's 13-5 Flywild.
Yeah, I think it was a great game. We saw Vipers kind of show some of their stuff in the second half, but unfortunately the fast break D-line offense was too much for them from Flywild.
Yeah, Sean, it seemed the Vipers were punching back well. They were outscoring them for a good majority of this half, but then that Flywild offense was able to get the hold and let their defense get the breaks and keep it rolling.
Yeah, would you say you have any closing thoughts here before we get off?
Nothing too remarkable to say. Just very happy to be here to watch some really talented players get out there and show what they have. This is not the end of the tournament, and I'm excited to see more. How about you, Sean?
Yeah, I was very impressed from what I saw out here in this game. I really enjoyed the patience out of the Vipers in the second half. They swung the disc really well, and obviously the Flywild defense was phenomenal during this game. So I'm looking forward to maybe playing against both these teams.
And that's us signing off. I'm once again Mike Campanella. I'm with Sean Mott.
I'll see you all out there.
Good luck, all.